All righty, everybody. My beautiful people. You know the deal. Let's get down to business tonight. We have another season of San Francisco Mighty Buys hockey. And the team, as we're talking about, has started to take shape to a decent extent, right? Like, we have our top line pretty much locked in. Gavin McKenna, Michael Misa, Tony Vico, a couple low elites, medium elites in the middle six. York's a medium top six. Obviously, some of these guys are much lower potential, and we really need them to develop. I don't know if it'll happen. The defense starting to take shape a little bit as well, thanks to Ryan Lynn and especially Brock Cripps. And in goal, Ivan Kovic, of course, is the man. So we'll see what happens this year. The biggest thing I'm hoping for is a Calder Trophy for Tony Vico, our third overall pick from this past draft. Let's see how it goes. We are still very much not going to be near the playoffs, so that's fine. That is definitely not the hope or expectation yet. And that is all well and good. We won't look at the draft class yet. I mean, it's too early, if you ask me. It's too early. We did get a win in the first week of the season, beating Calgary 5-3. We beat the Islanders. I mean, we're going to win some games here and there, but again, we are still, for the most part, going to be absolutely dreadful. God, we are going to be continually bad for a long time. Miles Lehman, not ready to become a playmaker, of course. Of course. Tony Vico does add right wing, which is perfect. That's where he's playing, so we don't necessarily need a chemistry boost on the top line, but that'll still be nice. Rod the Bod York does not add wing to his positions. That kind of sucks, but that is what it is. Juha Fairness now play left D. Very, very nice. Anything else? Hugo Haleen. Can't play the other side. Obviously, just trying to develop certain defenders to being able to play both sides. It might help out with chemistry here and there. But that's that. I mean, the primary thing was the switch for Vico to right wing. That should help quite a bit. Yeah, we are still atrocious. It is still very much focusing on the draft in the meantime. So, we'll see. Have you moved forward to defense or the other way around yet? No, and I'm tempted to in this challenge. It'll be a little bit circumstantial, I think. Especially because if you change a defense, defender, from defense to forward, they still can end up being like a right-wing DFD until you then switch the player type. So it's a little bit more of a hassle than I'd prefer it to be. Peter Dimitra, as well as Joe Danner at the top of this draft. Potentially Jesus Adams. Matthias Dackel. Tristan Foy. Beshkov, Reasoner. Okay. I mean, there's some options. Obviously, we need way more information. We just beat Philadelphia 5-0. Good Lord. Good Lord. 6-24-1. Will we win the lottery? Obviously, we're not too torn on winning the lottery right now. There's no franchise player this year, so yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see. 7 wins, 8 wins. We didn't put up the over-under prediction for this season, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Goodness. Draft class. What do we have here? All right, so Turris is a confirmed two-way. Sim's probably going to be the same. There's a really good chance of us getting another sniper in this draft, though, which is absolutely what we need to find. Like, we desperately need some high-end scoring threats on this roster because we have not had any luck at all switching people from playmaker to sniper, or vice versa. 11 wins on the year. I mean, like 15 would be good. 15 would be pretty good. Hey, back-to-back wins, 3 out of our last 4. All right, 15 wins should be possible. We'll take that. That's not bad. All right. What do you need? Who do you need to blow to get some OFDs? Remember how I said I wish Gary Bettman was in the game? You know, just a couple of sexual favors to the commish. I didn't mean to enter the deadline because there's nothing we can do. Demidov sitting out the entire year. Damn. But, you know, just blow a commish or two to get a Landon DuPont duplicate. That'd be pretty nice. Taker with the 10. Gifted sub bomba. Taker, what is the occasion? Thank you very much, though, my man. Holy hell. Taste the biscuit. Very, very much appreciated. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Although I do think, is Twitch not doing like a sale on gifted subs right now? Maybe that was the occasion. The holidays were the occasion. That's fair, too. It's going to be so funny when this gets uploaded in 2025. But Taker, again, thank you so much. Of course, not only for the gifted subs throughout the year, but you know, your help with the charity streams that we've done. Very much appreciated. If NHL adopted the Madden style of upgrading players, would it go by position type or the category? I'd prefer it to be the position type. You know, to have it be by archetype. But either way, I think it could work. You know, we're kind of closer to that now if you're talking about the attribute type categories, right? Hey, 20 wins. Can we make it 21 over Boston? No, we cannot. But 20 wins for the first time. That's an accomplishment. That is an accomplishment. Taste the biscuit. Taste the damn biscuit. For the love of God, would somebody just taste the goodness of the biscuit? Tremendous. Tremendous. Speaking of tremendous, my goodness, Michael Misa. Michael Misa. Now, we haven't looked at team stats in the past while. The past couple seasons, right? Because we knew we'd be at the bottom. The Bruins won 64 games. Jesus, well, we know they're going to lose in the first round then. Goals for... Hey, we were tied with Dallas for the worst offense in the league. We did allow the most goals against. That's not really surprising. Okay. Let's take a look at the boys here. Great season for Misa. Pretty damn good season for McKenna. Layman. 47 points over Vico, who had just 39. He is not going to win the Calder either. 39 points and a minus 29. That's not going to do it. We did have some, you know, decent point development for the caliber of players that we had. But that sucks. That kind of sucks. Cripps on 41 points. That's decent. Holleen, Ryan Lynn. And then Ivan Kovic was down to a 903 this year. Ironic, though, with an 898. So he was a little bit better. But yeah, Jack's numbers were a little bit down this season, unfortunately. But I end up going back to Madden this year. I don't know if I will, to be honest. We'll see. Decent option, though. Gotta be honest, I'm disappointed in Tony Vico. I thought he had a real shot at being our first Calder winner, but apparently not. Apparently not. Holy hell, man. Pasternak. Dude, David Pasternak scored 95 goals. We are not on high scoring. We are on medium. And he scored 95 goals on 433 shots. Holy shit. And yeah, as a result, Morgan Geekie and Elias Lindholm were his line mates, and they were both over 100 points. That is insane. He thinks the sim engine needs a little bit of work. He had 3 guys over 60 goals, and Pasternak had 95, for God's sakes. Jesus. And defensively, Bouchard's easily going to win the Norris. Cale Makar had a bit of a down year. In goal, winningest was Swayman, no surprise with what the Bruins did record-wise. Carson Barneson was the shutout leader. Trey Augustine was up there too. Save percentages, honestly, there were still some good ones. Barneson, Hampton, Slakinski. What a name. And for the rookies, yeah, Victor Fedorov is going to win it for the Oilers. 52 points and a +10. Vico wasn't even top 5 in scoring. So we still await a Calder winner. But yeah, 95 goals for David Pasternak. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But that is another regular season in the books. Just means we'll have another draft coming up sooner rather than later. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Kind of depends on our lottery luck, though, I would say. That's going to be a pretty big factor for us. Pretty big factor for us. Let's see. Stanley Cup champs this year. Who are we going to have? Who's it going to be? What, Pittsburgh last year? If I'm not mistaken, that was last season. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Back atop the mountain. The Lightning win another Stanley Cup. This time over Vancouver in 6 games. The matchup that nearly was in 2011. Bruins Lightning went to Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals, which was, that was a stressful game. Braden Point definitely won the Conn Smythe. Damn. Multi, I had to wait until the preseason. We're too far along. But there you go. Vegas, Florida, Nashville, Pittsburgh, and Tampa. Pasternak, of course, won the Art Ross. He also won the Hart Trophy. Evan Bouchard wins the Norris. Calder to Fedorov. Yeah, Braden Point wins the Conn Smythe. Stolars makes it 3 straight Vezina trophies. Also won the Jennings with Akjimov. Jeremy Smith, wasn't it? Jackson Smith, I think. We had him in a franchise, and he didn't stay around for too long. Caps coach wins the Jack Adams. Barkov wins another Selke. Pasternak to Ted Lindsay, and the Rocket Richard. In the AHL, Rochester wins the Calder Cup. Karalahti as the top point getter. He was league MVP. Bryce McConnell Barker scored the most goals, while Karalahti was top rookie. Komarov, the top defenseman. Kira Schmid, the top goaltender. And Jack Drury, the MVP of the Calder Cup, winning Rochester Amerks. Fair enough. Fair enough. In terms of the progress reports, Misa, of course, showing up as a 90. McKenna still hasn't developed a gold. Ivan Kovic develops Dialed In, Adventurer, and Tip Jar. Vico at an 84. Layman up to an 81. Not bad. Not bad at all. The old Mongoose looking better. Little bit shaky for the development of some other people, though. A little bit shaky. Guys like Hakala, they're probably not going to make it. Probably not. I hope they do, but probably not. Can I see the draft class, please? All right. Well, it's going to be a forward this year. If we land a top 2 pick, it'll be either Peter Demitra or Nick Sims. Worst case scenario, it will be Joe Danner from the Sudbury Wolves. Adams was only a medium 6. Polly, what's going on, by the way? Igor Grachev, only a medium 6. Yeah. All right. Looks like it'll be pretty obvious then. Not much controversy with this draft. We again lose the lottery to the gosh darn dang Los Angeles Kings. I hate it here. Oh my goodness. That's fine. But yeah, 3rd overall pick again. LA and Columbus managed to jump us. That's brutal. That was brutal. Anze Kopitar retires as a Ranger. That's ugly. Tavares Marchand retires as a Canuck. Beautiful. You got Panarin in there. Ben Sagan, Nazem Kadri just over 1,000 points. Zach Hyman retired early. Another franchise we had. He played until he was like 41, 42. And defensively, Letang is gone. Hamilton. Wow, Dougie's gone at 36. Petro, Spurgeon. In goal, Bobrovsky. Varlamov, Kemper, Martin Jones. Young and OFD. He might have been. Holy coaches. Kadri, Kopitar, Gostisbehere, and Jamie Benn. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. His parents are rich. He could afford to retire early. Oh, that was my favorite thing. Think about how rich this hockey player was growing up. Yeah, most of them were. Most of them were. That's kind of the whole deal of the sport, is a high cost of entry. Let's see. First overall, the LA Kings take Demitra. 82 overall, medium elite playmaker. Edges, wheels, spinorama, relentless. Damn. Damn. And Columbus takes Sims. Yep, we knew that was coming. Damn, both would have been pretty good. So 3rd overall. It actually does leave us young as an OFD. Yeah, you're right. I misread it as a DFD. But an offensive defenseman for Austin Jung, whatever you prefer. I'm going with Young. And that is absolutely who we're taking. We need the defenseman more than the forwards. He's NHL ready, no abilities, but Danner doesn't have any abilities either. So cool. We'll take the defenseman. Austin Young, welcome in. 80 overall. As an OFD, no abilities, but he is NHL caliber right out of the gates. Tremendous skater. Got good shot power on him. Pretty well-rounded. We'll take that. That was a no-brainer of a pick for us to kick off the draft. Danner ended up going 6th to Dallas because Buffalo's dumb. So, there you go. First pick of the 2nd round. This is where it will get interesting. Hello, Robin Kaufman. Confirmed playmaker. A gem, but basically a mid-60 overall. But not a bad player to get. We have a lot of unknowns this year. That's annoying. The hell were my scouts doing? Aside from not doing their job. Brain Tanabe, no reason to risk it for him. Another DFD. Lucas Gertzen, no reason to risk it for him. Low 6, Griffin Chapman. It ends up being a pretty obvious 2nd round pick too. No controversy there. We'll take the German Robin Kaufman. 66 overall. Not bad. Very similar to who we just had in the lineup this year. So we'll take that. 2 for 2 so far. 2 for 2. Round number 3. Paulie, thank you for that. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, Wotherspoon's going to be a bit of a risk. Let's use a timeout and look around a little bit, shall we? So with the goalies, you do have a confirmed medium elite, Gail Tanaka. Another goalie wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it's not this gigantic position of need, obviously. Defensively, definitely have some risky selections. Yeah, that's a bit scary. Right wing side, Bernard Paré could be decent, but man, on paper, there's not much else there. Left wing side, Alexei Ivanov could be decent. Long shots, Joaquin Wotherspoon, who again is a bit of a long shot to be what we need him to be. Man, there is a low 6 playmaker, Bryce Burnett. I don't want to say taking a low 6 is a good idea, but it might be. Tyler Bitts, Jake Peckham, low league grinder. Oh, what's up? Not too much. Not too much is the answer for me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So in terms of who's projected to go next, I mean, third round looks like Wotherspoon. I mean, physical play, there's no way he's a playmaker. There's just no way. No shot. Say Ivanov, goal scoring, agility, offensive instincts is probably worth the risk. Otherwise, you got Esposito in goal. The low 6s, Bang and Burnett. Tanaka in goal. And then Tyler Bitts is an overager. Yeah, that's a no-brainer for this round then. We take the Russian. 66 overall, medium 9. That's okay. That's okay for a third round pick. That could have been a hell of a lot worse. That's not too bad. No like home run of a steal or anything, but that's not too bad. Fourth round. Well, Novikov's right there. 6'4". I do not believe you're an OFD, but I might have to take the risk. Otherwise, we look at Bo Rivers. Physical play? I mean, there's no way. Okay, well, it's either Bo Rivers or Dmitry Novikov. There's no way Novikov's an OFD. There's just no way. So it's going to have to be Bo Rivers out of Shawinigan. Is a playmaker. He's not very good, though. Let's go see how good or bad Novikov. Yeah, Novikov was a two-way. It was just either way, it wasn't looking good. What do you look for stat-wise and determine an ideal player type? So in this particular challenge, we are limited to playmakers, snipers, and OFDs. So a pretty typical way, and it's not always the case, but it's like, man, if you see a freaking person 6'3", 6'4", or above, and it's showing playmaker or sniper, probably not. Is what it's going to be looking like. So, Well, next guy on the list is Ray Halischuk. There is a chance. There is a chance. We'll go for him. Two-way. Oof, medium 4. All right. Well, we wasted our 5th round pick. We're not allowed to use him. That's a bit of a shame, to be honest. We can just trade him now. Why the fuck did I have to be doing a draft to go here? This 21-year-old, 95 overall, high franchise sniper sitting. Is it 21-year-old, 95 overall, high franchise sniper as a UFA? What's the math on that to make that make sense? Is that possible? All right, Halischuk. Let's see. Pick a number between 1 and 32. Number 4. Calgary. I say fuck it and sign the sniper. Yeah, honestly, at that point, just sign the guy. Who cares? All right, well, we'll do a pick swap here with Calgary because I can't use that guy. So round number 6. Who's left on our pinned list? Quite a few people, including a goalie. 5. Yeah, everybody's 5 years out. I mean, 3 out of 4 low elite for Bernard Paré. Let's give it a shot. For Mr. Paré. Hey, low elite sniper, 56 overall. We'll take that. There's some potential in a player like that. Way to go, Mr. Paré. And then 7th round. Final player. 3 forwards or a goalie. And Marcus Corriston. We either have Jake Peckham, Yarrow Hartigan, or Colin Schneider. Grade-wise, they're all terrible. Hartigan was trash. Jesus, at least Schneider put up some points, but then again, he was an overager. We'll take the Belarusian goaltender, I guess. We do need another goalie in the system. Fringe starter to 55, that's fine. Nothing crazy, nothing awful. It'll do. It'll do. But yeah, that's really weird. Decent draft for us, though. I mean, we had that one missed pick, but for the most part, everything else is looking pretty good. So, no real complaints from me. Let's see what we got to do here for re-signing. It shouldn't be too crazy. So Coyle, hit you with the qualifying offer. Let's see what we can sign you to. We still got some RFA time left, so might as well just do that. I mean, Mongoose is probably the backup at the NHL level next year, so we don't absolutely have to sign Corriston. I think we're fine there. Defensively, Ryan Lynn is going to need his first contract. We'll go 5 years to the end of his RFA years. Overpay him for now because we have all the money in the world anyway. Go 5.5 over 5 years. He's back. Got to sign Young. The Jung. Whatever you prefer. Right wing side, Woolley needs his big time contract. Got 4 years left. Welcome back, Raymond Woolley. We'll sign Paré immediately. There's pretty much no reason not to. Gavin McKenna needs his first deal. He wants the big time deal already. But we don't have to give him those extra years. I mean, we're going to play it safe. No reason to not just overspend on him now and bring him to the end of RFA eligibility. So we'll go 14.5 over 5 years. He's back. Lehman, who, holy hell, has he developed into a hell of a player. One hell of a player. I forget where we drafted him. Go 2.1 for 4 years. He's back. 5th round, pick 133. And he's an 81 at 20 years old. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Hedman. Let's see what we can do for Hedman here. Give him that bump up. Even off, 5.5. Let's go ahead and sign you to your ELC. Centers, Mayorov. Probably never going to be this good long-term player, but we'll keep him around. No big deal. Butler, to be honest, we'll just keep you around because we need bodies for the AHL. That is the only reason. Sign Kaufman to his ELC. And honestly, Rivers is terrible, but again, we need bodies. So, do what we got to do. Butler took the qualifying offer, whatever. So did Mayorov. That doesn't surprise me. And we are good. Still with $35 million in cap space, by the way. Which is stupid. Shadowstalker, what's going on? What is up? What is up? My goodness, my goodness. Sorry, I was just checking something. All right. So, coaching staff, we'll handle that first, right? That should be pretty straightforward. Hilbert's still an A, so he hasn't dropped to ooh. Okay, we got some coaches this year. Looking for that offensive specialty, and there we go. Tristan Carpenter. And we are definitely going to give you a max contract. You just sign NHL scouts and convert them to normal scouts after they have better grades. Yes. Yeah, I'm never really too worried about their, like, region familiarity, just because I feel like they end up learning relatively quickly. We have another offensive style coach. We do. Saul Shantz. He's a big fan of pants that aren't quite pants and shorts that aren't quite shorts. Shantz. Canadian, play with owner mode off and you can sign scouts to whatever the hell you want to offer them. Doesn't mean they'll accept it, but because they do still factor in other elements. We'll offer Von Ark a deal too. They do still factor in like personal interests and stuff like that. What type of team you have. Bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. All right. And then do we need scouts this year? We need a couple. Now's the time to get rid of the B-rated scouts. Now is the time. So we have 8 spots open. I lied. That wasn't the time. I thought there'd be more people available, but to be honest, I'm good with it because our scouts aren't doing that much anyway. So we'll only go with the highest of qualities. We do have our off-season focuses to work on here. Mr. Ivan Kovic. Still not 5-star across the board. He's not 5-star across the board. We'll have him work on his puck skills again. That's fine. Mongoose. Let's work on that athletic category. And this guy's 6'6". He's a real goalie as well. Shout out to Mongoose. In the system, David Coyle. Well, if you work on your reflexes, that should be quick and easy. And this is the one that doesn't take nearly as long as preseason. Aronic's got to work on that puck control. Please, please, please improve at some puck control. Honestly, we are going to sign Coruscant just because it's more beneficial, I think, to have him signed and to be able to assign him some off-season training. Because, yeah, look at those grades. If we can help him even a little bit, he might not play, but he will still develop, even if he's the third goalie in the AHL. So, defensively, Ryan Lynn is currently our highest-rated defender. He is a tremendous skater. I mean, that is ridiculous. But we do need to get those puck skills up there, and then ideally the shooting category. But he... honestly, I mean, you could make an argument he should be a forward just because of his skating ability. He is absolutely rapid. The Connor McDavid of the blue line. Brock Cripps, not quite as good of a skater, but the puck skills have developed really freaking well. Let's go with that shooting category. I think we had gone offseason, offensive awareness a couple of times. Let's see if we can develop a little bit of shooting category for Cripps.
Here comes a pizza.
Dotch coming in with the 27 months. Welcome back. How the hell are you?
Jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the
I hope you are well. Let's get puck skills here from Mr. Young. Skill training. Hugo Haleen, of course. Passing is ridiculous. Needs to work on his speed and agility a little bit. He has no shot whatsoever. But again, his passing is insane. Dodge, I'm doing good. No complaints. No complaints. Oh, Daryl, except Daryl Monitor can't skate. I do have that as a complaint, if I really think about it, you know? All right. And then Dallas Lieb also can't skate worth a damn. Cannot skate worth a damn. And then last one, Piernes. Gotta work on his skating as well. We know how that works. See, right wing side, Woolley. Skating's almost there. It's still going to be what we focus on, but I could see Raymond Woolley being a good bottom sixer for us for a good amount of time. Emlin's up to a 67 already. Cannot skate worth a damn. So we have some players that are absolutely rapid, and then other players that are just absolutely atrocious. We can't set up training for Mathot or Paré because they're technically in junior at the moment. So Gavin McKenna. I mean, we'll work on the shooting category again. Get that up to a 4-star. Their bumper. I mean, yeah, basically. It's get there and then don't move once you're there. Pretty much all they have going for them. Lehman has good enough skating. It's listed as a sniper, although obviously he'd be a much better playmaker. Let's work on that shooting category as a result then. There you go, Miles, our lovely 5th round pick. Rod York. Skating's not bad. Let's go offensive awareness. For Rod, it's only an 82. That's pretty low for what we need it to be. There you go, Rod York. Hedman, he's 21. 97 endurance, but 78 speed. Ugh. Good song. Don't want it at the moment. All right. More skating for the boys. That is what we need you guys to do in the off-season as professional hockey players. I'm going to have to make the totally unreasonable request that you figure out how to ice skate. I know. As opposed to figure skating, which is technically ice skating. As opposed to inline skating. I'm pretty sure Hakela dropped to low elite, right? He was a medium elite before. Honestly, that might benefit him more the fact that he's a low elite because he wasn't developing at all as a medium elite. So, Gardner, again, slow as hell. Hato, good for her. I believe there's a term for that. Skating's difficult. It is. Let's be honest, there have been some NHLers that have needed to, kind of get those extra skating lessons to figure things out. Leafs literally had a specialist that they worked with. Michael Misa. Work on that shooting category, Jar Jar. Captain Jar Jar. Let's work on that shooting category. Thank you, Misa. Vico, again, I wish you had won the Calder. Didn't happen. Let's also work on that shooting category. I mean, again, obviously the team's improved a bit, right? Like we were last in goals for, but we were tied with Dallas. So, Mayorov. Oh boy, he's 23 already. Yikes. Yeah, we're starting to get a look at some of the players that just aren't going to make it. The Reefers. The Reefer Madness. Work on your skating. You'll be shocked to know that's my request. Igor Dmitriev is garbage. But we need AHLers. So there you go, Igor. Kaufman, who of course we just drafted, not a very good skater at the moment. He's definitely more of a project, but he should be able to make it over time, I hope. And then let's see in the system, Butler. I mean, you're going to be a career AHLer from this point on, so it's fine. Have you work on your skating. Woodward. His skating so close to being decent enough, but 83 speed is still a little bit low, and I don't like it. Hendricks, can't work on you, and Bo Rivers can't work on you. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Let's get into simming the next season, or to the next season, I should say. Shantz, welcome in. Carpenter goes to the Rangers instead. Von Arx goes to Dallas, and we'll see what happens with the one scout. We got him. Is Matt Poitras more of a playmaker or a two-way? So far, more of a playmaker. It's not to say, or more of a two-way, I should say. It's not to say he's like elite defensively, but yeah, he's been. He's a player. He's a player. I think some of the Bruins fandom overhype him just a little bit because it's very rare for Bruins fans to see a young prospect actually get opportunities to succeed like he did last year, and then this year it didn't happen all that much. But all right, Ivan Kovic still showing up as an elite. Monzgoose, medium or minor league starter at the moment, but that's okay. Cripps, Lynn, and Young are all legit NHLers. And in terms of the defense, I think Piernes was medium 7th. Yeah. Yeah, so Yuha will probably end up being sent down. And then we got to check out forwards. So Kaufman to medium 6, low bottom 6 for Dmitriev. We'll send him down. Low 9, medium 9, low elite. Wheels probably, yeah. Emlyn only a low 9. Send him down for the moment. So what do we have here for potentials? Low elite for Hakala. So he's definitely got to get the call up. Medium elite for Gardner. Low elite for Bernard Paré. At the very least, we want these guys in training, I would say. And there are some other forwards here, like the low 9s, the medium bottom 6s that aren't that bad, but they are lower overalls. Yeah. Okay, that should work. That should work. I mean, these are the guys that we'd want to give the preseason training to. So let's figure out what the lines are going to look like for this season. I think defensively, yeah, it'll be pretty straightforward. Medium 6, medium 7th. Yeah, I mean, that is very straightforward. Young, Cripps, Haleen, Lynn, Lieb, and Monador. That's the defense. What about for the forwards? We got a medium elite, a medium bottom 6. So Delmore might not make the cut because we're going to want to get Paré in there as a low elite. Medium elite for Gardner. Again, I'm going to consider low elites higher value than medium elites, at least in terms of the super low potential or low overall players. They just seem to develop better. Again, you get Kaufman as a medium 6. Reefers is a low elite. York's a medium 6. There is an argument, though, too. Maybe just go off of overall. Honestly, let's try that this year. Let's try that instead. Let's go off of overall here and see what happens. Because certain players are still going to get decent enough ice time. Honestly, so that fourth line's good. Let's get Woolley on right wing. Mayorov is a better center than Reefers. Lehman, York, and Hedman All of them are left wings. That works, though. And then Vico, Misa, McKenna. The top line's good, at least. We got that going for us. It is a decent-looking team. The AHL will end up being a little bit of a mess. There's still some filler AHLers in there, so we can't worry about that too much. We are also going to have to sign a cap whaler, too, at $35 million, only 34 contracts. So who is going straight to the AHL? Oldest dude is Andre Palat. Well, it's not as if Andre Palat hasn't made money in his career, but here's $20 million to help us bypass the cap, as we need to do, and we'll send Palat down to the AHL. And that leaves us 15 mil. Jason Zucker, Taylor Hall, TJ Tynan. Let's go for TJ. More of a career AHLer. This money will mean more to him. Let's go for TJ Tynan. Nice little severance package. Nice little send-off from the hockey world for TJ Tynan. But again, we're looking okay. We do need to set up our goals for the year and then see what the roster is going to look like, but I don't hate this team at the moment. I really don't.